Marvel's Rivals has been taking the gaming industry by storm. It has maintained a massive active player amount since launch, and it's been basically a month. Now, we all know Marvel has been flawless throughout the years with their movies as well as their video games, with the Spider-Man franchise, with the Avengers series, like everything they seem to put out, except for TV shows. But everything else seems to be pretty good. And it always seems like DC is always behind. Like their video games, Injustice 2, Injustice 1, DC Universe Online has fell off after 10 years. And their movies like the Justice League and stuff like that has been pretty bad. Not gonna lie, their DC movies has been pretty bad. Even the TV show is pretty bad. The only thing that DC really has going for them is the animated movies. But anyways, I'm just rambling on. Yeah, the fact of the matter is DC's games has not been doing very well. And Marvel Rivals is taking the gaming industry by storm. So today I wanted to come up with 2 games that DC can come out with that could possibly compete with Marvel Rivals if done correctly. What's going on, everybody? It's Waffles here, and welcome to my new series, How Can They Compete? In this series, I basically take underdog games or underdog franchises, for example, Grand Theft Auto versus Saints Row, or any game that has an underdog like Call of Duty versus Battlefield, or even NBA Live versus NBA 2K. I basically give my take and my insight on what changes needs to be made in order for this franchise to compete with their oppressors. Once again, it's Waffles, and if you love video games and you like unique video game discussions for your favorite franchises, consider subscribing. I work hard to bring you guys unique topics and fun discussions about your favorite video games. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Now, first things first, we have to discuss the games that will not be able to compete with Marvel Rivals. The fighting game community has way too much controversy going on, and a lot of their fighting games have pretty much fell off. So, Injustice 3 cannot compete with Marvel Rivals. The same logic would apply to Warner Bros. Multiverses. Even though it's not all DC, Warner Bros. Owns DC, and it's not doing very well, and it hasn't really been doing very well since release. Marvel Rivals is chaotic, it's fun, you can play with your friends, and it does very well with giving the player creative expression. So fighting games are too limited to be able to compete with Marvel Rivals' chaotic gameplay. Now, Marvel Rivals is an online free-to-play hero shooter, right? So games like Arkham Knights or Batman Arkham series, as well as the Suicide Squad game, they're not going to be able to compete with Marvel Rivals because they limit you to pretty much fighting against computers most of the time, and to my knowledge they don't have any PvP whatsoever. And Marvel Rivals is so much fun because you can hop online with your friends, team up, and fight against other active online players in the game. So games that, although have co-op, they're not really going to be able to compete with Marvel Rivals because the gameplay is going to become stale. This is apparent with Arkham Knights and the Suicide Squad game. They became very stale because of the gameplay was very repetitive, and there's not much you can do after a while. I can't even get it out. If you think a Lego game is going to compete with Marvel Rivals, look, just log off, alright? Just go to sleep. You're definitely sleepy, okay? Take a nap. Alright, now that we got the games out of the way that we know for sure cannot compete with Marvel Rivals, okay? I believe there are 3 games. I know I said 2 in the beginning. I'm going to give you an honorable mention. I believe there are 3 games, if done well, can possibly compete with Marvel Rivals. And I'm going to tell you why. And the first game is definitely going to be a DC spin on the Finals. Now, the Finals is a great game because it is very unique and it is fun, right? I believe that the game fell off because they did not update it well and they did not maintain the game well with good content, okay? But if you put a spin on this game with DC characters, I believe that this game will flourish, right? And let me tell you why. Because of the number one factor that most people are probably thinking about is the destruction, right? It's hard to make DC games because the characters are so powerful. Superman is so powerful, so fast, he has so many abilities that it's hard to kind of capture him, right? With the technology that the finals has, where you can destroy buildings, you can knock down stuff and all the explosions and the chaos, I definitely believe that if they implement this with DC characters, it could make for a very fun game. And also, if they are able to create 3 classes like the finals has, maybe a movement class, like, you know, where you can have like Batman in his car and the Flash zipping around, running around, or something like that. And then you can have like a tank class, like Superman, Wonder Woman with her shield, maybe Green Lantern, give him some shield, and maybe like a DPS style, you know, have like, I don't know, Martian Manhunter shapeshifting around, and, you know, like have Captain Marvel flying around shocking people. I believe that the chaos and the destruction that this game could bring could be very, very cool. Okay, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. I believe if they add DC characters to the finals and make their own game and they like polish it, I'm not saying like directly copy it, right? I'm saying take the concept, add DC characters, and build around the DC characters with the finals concept, like combine it together, you know what I mean? Have like, you know, have these game modes, you know, like kind of like how Marvel Rivals does, you know, give each character like Marvel Rivals their own unique expression, like make the character feel like you're playing that character, you know, give Green Lantern all of these different things that he can create, give Superman his destructive capabilities, you know, maybe give a counter, you know, you have like a Metallo who has kryptonite, you know, and I believe that this game, if done well, can compete with Marvel Rivals, because Marvel Rivals is all about fun. Now, before I give you guys my number one pick, or not even my number one pick, but my second pick for what I believe could compete with Marvel Rivals, I am going to give you guys my honorable mention, and that is going to be a Battle Royale game that has a spin on Apex Legends, okay? Now, hear me out, right? I don't think that you should have a DC game that is in first person. I believe it should be in third person, right? So take Apex Legends, put it in third person, right? Give the unique movesets and the ultimates and all that. Make a battle royale game, and I think it could do pretty good, you know? Not as good as the finals concept, but I believe that, you know, if done right, this could make for a great game. Hey, Marvel Rivals pretty much made Overwatch into their own thing, you know? So why not take another game that was doing well, that's not really doing well to their fan bases and their player base, and just, you know, not, I ain't saying steal, you know, but I'm just saying, you know, take creative inspiration from Apex Legends, add DC characters, put it in third person, and make for a awesome game. You know what I mean? Hey, you know, you can give Superman lasers and freeze breath, and give him an ultimate where he slams a rock on somebody, I don't know. You know, have the Flash have incredible movement. Maybe nerf him by having him have the weak stamina thing from the Flash movie. Hate that movie, by the way. Worst superhero movie I ever watched, in my opinion. I love DC. I love DC over Marvel. You know. Okay, stop ranting. I'm gonna stop ranting. Okay, yeah. Apex Legends with DC. All right, a little spin on it. You know, like I said, we're not copying and pasting. Okay, we're gonna give each character from DC their own creative expression, make them feel like you're actually playing that character. Okay, and we're going to make it seem like it's its own thing, but it sounds familiar to Apex. Okay, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. A battle royale game, I think it can do well, but the only thing about battle royales is kind of like, you know, like when you lose, like, man, you gotta go right back into another game. But they got, like, you know, the third person and stuff. Like, imagine you just imagine you're like fighting a team, and it's like you get hit with like a dark side Omega beam from out of nowhere, you know. I don't know, I think that would be so much fun. Like all the chaos, like the Flash just zipping around fighting everybody, just zip. I think that would be so much fun, man. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, especially with the ultimates and the passives and the special moves. I think that would be fun, you know. All right, now you guys are probably not gonna like this, Most of you guys are going to say this makes sense, and a lot of you guys are going to say that this is not going to work, but I believe that it will work, and I want you to let me know in the comment section below if you think I am correct or if you think I'm wrong. Now, don't destroy me and say I'm dumb and say I'm stupid and you hate me and you dislike the video. Let's have a discussion, because this is all about having fun, having discussion, and having creative, inspirational imagination. I don't even know if that makes sense. Now, the game that I am proposing for my second game that I believe that, if done correctly, can compete with Marvel Rivals is a DC Universe Online 2. Now, I know that DC Universe Online, people still play it, alright? It's been out, it came out in 2011, I believe. It's been out for 13 years. 14 years pretty much. People are still playing it, alright? Even though it's not a lot, people are still playing, okay? But I believe that if they put 2025 graphics, right, with the new Unreal Engine 5, and they give us an expansive world, right, with great effects, give us some form of destructive capability, how Marvel Rivals has, right, and make a nice RPG game, tone down the microtransactions, make a great game that makes us want to buy things in the game, right? Not forcing us to buy it or feel like we have to buy it in order to compete or win, but make a great game that's free to play, that's accessible to everybody, right? And then kind of sell us on the cosmetic side. If you want to make money, kind of hit us with the cosmetics, right? Give us our own creative expression, be unique and imaginative when it comes to the special moves, the tanks, the healers, and whatnot. Give us unique powers, add on to the powers, make it to where people can understand it if they are not a RPG. Like, basically make it friendly for people who don't play MMOs or RPGs, right? Yes, also make a space for the veterans who've been playing DC Universe Online 1 and other MMORPGs, right? Make their little try hard little space, ranked, whatever you do for them, okay? But let's focus on having fun and making it fun and creative as far as the character creation goes, character creation, freedom of inspiration to show who you are through your character, right? Through your powers, make it expansive, okay? Give us lots of creative expression in our clothing, all right? Make things accessible for the characters, make things fun and understandable for newcomers, make it friendly for people who have jobs to be able to play. Please, okay? Give it some form of being a challenge. Like, don't make it too easy. Give it, give people a challenge for the veterans, give people a challenge for the newcomers, kind of balance it out for both sides. And I believe that if you add all of those things together, combine the newness of the technology, the graphics, the Unreal Engine, the expansive world, don't go too crazy on the microtransactions, make it to where the game is so good to where we are willing to spend money, kind of like how Marvel Rivals does. It's like, it's a good game on its own, but it's like, dang, okay, I want all these skins now because this game is so fun. If they do this correctly, I believe that this game will probably be the best bet that will be able to compete with Marvel Rivals, okay? I think they just need to scrap whatever they're working on right now, okay? And they need to learn from Marvel Rivals, okay? Because it's all about fun. If they can make a fun game, right, that's chaotic in their own way, right, different from Marvel Rivals, but giving players that creative expression through the DC characters, like, how fast the Flash is, how strong and destructive Superman can be, and how cool and destructive and evil the villains can be. I don't know if they should do like a gore thing or like a rated R type of thing, because DC they do well on that side, like Suicide Squad, and people wanted gore and stuff in Mortal Kombat versus DC, so I don't know, and their animated movies has gore in it, and deaths and stuff like that, so maybe add something like that. I don't know, that could kill from like the the children's side and the sales, whatever. But I believe DC Universe Online 2, if done correctly, can compete with Marvel Rivals. I'm telling you. Just listen, just hear me out. An expansive DC world with Unreal Engine 5, with destruction, with freedom to customize your character. they hold back on the microtransactions, make a great free-to-play game, and sell it to us on the back end with the cosmetics and stuff like that, don't make the game feel like you have to pay to play or pay to win, then I believe that will be their best bet. I believe the finals game could really compete as well. I believe the finals game is really I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Do you guys think the DC Finals type of game, or the DC Universe Online 2, or do you even think the DC Apex game could be the best? Or let me know in the comment section below what game you think they can come up with, or if they just need to scrap and come up with something perfectly unique. Because I don't think DC Rivals is gonna be able to compete with Marvel Rivals. I'm sorry, it's not. The characters are just too strong. They have too many abilities, you know. I don't even know how they would even balance that, you know. The game would just be in the air, like everybody would just be flying. Like everybody would literally just be flying. Like even the Flash can fly. All he has to do is spin his arms around, and he can fly, and propel himself, you know. So just let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. I love DC. I have DC over Marvel. Yes, I'm sorry. Don't dislike the video. I just think their characters are cooler. It's Waffles. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe once again. And I am out. Peace.